Welcome to another edition of the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here to give you a whip-around look at some of the latest news coming out of the sports betting industry over the past week. Press releases, info at turnpikesportsradio.com. Please keep them coming in. We're getting more and more every single week we're doing this, and it's great to hear from the communications departments from all the properties out there.
Yeah, lots of PR people we're meeting.
Yes.
So
this week, state and national reports. We've got October records from a number of states. We've got New Hampshire, Connecticut, South Dakota, Wyoming, Virginia, all reporting records for the month of October.
wow, boy, tons of records. September, October, tons of records.
Yes. Deals, we've got NHL deals, we've got DraftKings deals, and we've got a new partner to talk about for the Connecticut Lottery.
Oh, okay. Connecticut Lottery.
Yes. Industry updates. We're going to talk about the latest Kindred announcement, which took everybody by surprise. Needless to say, no one was expecting them to come out and say this.
Can I just say I like Unibet, and that's part of Kindred,
Yes.
but that's why it was shocking to me.
Also, we have MGM Resorts unveiling their new designs for Empire City Casino in New York State. And also, we have a brand new casino cruise ship being launched by Princess Cruises to talk about.
Okay.
And then we're going to finish up with our legislative roundup. We've got news coming out of Missouri, Ohio, New York, and Nevada.
All right.
As a matter of fact, I'll give a tease here. The New York and Nevada are zoning issues.
Okay.
Yes. We're going to start.
The fast-paced world of zoning.
Yes. Well, when it comes to casinos,
Yeah,
you need
it's,
zoning.
it's a necessary thing.
Yes.
So.
We'll start talking our state and national reports right after this.
Attention. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, watch this urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by hiring 87,000 new agents to garnish your paycheck and put liens on homes and businesses. They can even seize your bank account. The IRS calls it enforced compliance, and now they have the manpower to get you. Penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily. So call One Stop Tax Relief Shop and get the IRS off your back. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. And no other tax shop gets you more or faster approvals. One Stop Tax Relief has resolved thousands of cases since 2014 and saved clients millions of dollars. Call now for a free consultation. Connect with tax professionals who get the IRS off your back.
Call 800-605-0688. 800-605-0688.
One Stop Tax Relief Shop.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. State and national reports, we've got October numbers coming in from all over the place, and with those sports betting reports, we've got sports betting report records to talk about for several states. Here
October is always a big month because basically the big four sports are playing.
You also got to remember
baseball, football, hockey.
You also got to remember when you look
Basketball,
at the calendar,
hockey.
if I remember correctly, October had 5 weekends.
Okay, I don't know.
That adds to it.
I have to look at it.
We have New Hampshire reporting that their all-time handle passed $2.5 billion, $2,553,007,748. October records for Connecticut. State of Connecticut recorded a record handle for the month of October, $189,626,000, and also record revenue, $19.5 million in revenue.
Yeah, we just drove by Connecticut, and I can tell you there's a ton of billboard advertising for sports betting. So they love their sports betting there.
They love their advertising for sports betting.
They love their advertising for sports betting.
Well, we'll be hitting Connecticut later on
we'll
in
be
the show,
talking about
too.
Connecticut.
But the interesting part of this, they set record handle and record revenue of monthly records for both those. Second straight month.
Yeah.
Over in South Dakota, Deadwood, they have an October sports betting record handle. It's the first $1 million handle in their history.
Wow.
1,021,000.
So that's only in Deadwood. That's the only place you can do sports betting, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
It's also the fifth time the state recorded a revenue of at least $150,000.
Yeah.
So
You know
even though
it's a big sports betting month when Deadwood breaks records.
yes,
Okay. No offense to Deadwood, but you're not the biggest market in the world. But when you're breaking records, it's a big month.
I always look at South Dakota as like Jersey Junior.
We're gonna get email from Deadwood.
Well, no, I look at South Dakota as Jersey Junior. All the sports betting casinos are all located in one spot. Really.
Oh yeah. Well,
Baby
but,
Jersey.
yeah. Well, New Jersey. It's kind of a weird thing. New
Yeah.
Jersey. All our casinos are tucked away in a corner
Yeah.
of the state in Atlantic City.
Over in Wyoming. We don't talk Wyoming too often. Their October sports betting report, they had a record handle of $21.2 million.
Record in Wyoming too.
A monthly record handle
Wow.
and a record gross gaming revenue,
Jeez.
$2.2 million there. We had $21.2 million handle, $2.2 million in gross gaming revenue. The state also recorded the sixth time their adjusted gaming revenue hit at least $1 million.
Okay.
So they had a good month.
Can we just say everyone had a good month
Everyone's
in October?
having a
Just
good month.
pretty much everyone had a good month in October.
Over-
September, you're getting into the the winter sports and you're ending baseball, but October, that's when everything really starts playing and things like that. So October, everyone had a good month.
October in Rhode Island, no record handle, no record anything, but the state did pass $1.8 billion in all-time handle.
I wonder if generally October is the best sports betting month of the year. Certainly we have, March Madness and those numbers are always high, but generally is October one of those really huge months for the year? I mean, if you don't do well in October,
You're not doing well.
That's
Yeah.
a bad sign. Can we just say that or no?
Yeah, I mean, you have some of the months like February and March for the tentpole events, but really, if you're
Yeah, you got Super Bowl in February,
Yeah.
you got March Madness
if
in March.
you're doing well in October, you're
but
doing
October,
well overall.
yeah, okay.
Going down 95, we're going to Virginia. We've got October records in Virginia. We've got the Commonwealth of Virginia reporting a new monthly record for handle, $571.3 million. New record for gross gaming revenue, $63.99 million, and adjusted gaming revenue of $56.3 million.
Not only am I impressed with Virginia's sports betting, but I'm just impressed with Virginia's gambling industry. I mean, they're doing amazing things with casinos. They have poker rooms now, so, good for Virginia.
The state also became the 10th state to pass the $12 billion mark in all-time handle, second to do so in October. Michigan was the other one. Going out west, we're going to Nevada now. We've got October numbers from Nevada. We have Nevada becoming the fifth state in the post-PASPA era to surpass $2 billion in sports wagering adjusted gross revenue. That's actually the money the books took in. You take out the promotions, all
Sure,
the other deductions. They join New Jersey, New York, Illinois, and Pennsylvania as the only states to have done that benchmark. Also, it was the fifth time for Nevada that they had back-to-back months with at least $60 million in revenue.
Wow.
Over in New York,
You're talking about Nevada. Have we found out the kind of like the final numbers for the F1 Vegas? I'm still waiting for
depends
those
on who you
things.
talk to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
First I heard, there wasn't a lot of people in the bars and restaurants and hotels, but the people that did show up spent a lot of money. They were the big spenders, so I don't know.
You gotta remember, there's two different numbers to look at: the sports betting numbers, and then you have the overall economic impact.
I'm
for
talking
the
about
city.
the overall economic.
You won't know
kind
that
of
for
thing.
about 6 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Last numbers for the week here, we've got New York. Nothing really happened in New York.
Really?
Sad to say.
Oh, okay.
But they did have their second straight week of at least $500 million in weekly handle.
Okay.
That's it.
Come on, New
Slow
York.
week for New
Hey,
York.
Hey, the Rangers and Knicks are doing
Yes.
very well. I mean, your football teams are terrible, but you got something to be proud of.
Well,
in the
I've
sporting
noticed.
industry.
I've noticed New York is very sophisticated. That when the football teams are doing bad, they bet against the football teams and clean up.
Yeah.
So
right.
that's one sign that New Yorkers are kind of savvy about sports betting. That's it for the state national reports this week. Let's head on over to some deals. Penn Entertainment announced a partnership with the National Hockey League for all of North America, basically.
Yeah, basically, what is it? ESPN?
ESPN Bet.
ESPN Bet's down here, and Score Bet. in
The Score
Ontario.
Bet. The Score Bet.
Do I have to put the in, really?
That's the name of it.
Oh, the Score
The
Bet.
Score Bet.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
also ESPN Bet, singular.
Okay, I conjugated everything
Yes.
wrong. Okay, but let me tell you something. Penn Entertainment,
Yes.
NHL in Canada. I mean, that's the deal to make. You know.
Both betting operators, ESPN Bet and theScore Bet,
Okay.
are official sports betting partners of the NHL, ESPN Bet in the U.S., theScore Bet in Ontario. They're actually going to be starting right away. They're
Good.
going to be doing the regular NHL season, Stanley Cup playoffs, the Winter Classic for 2024. I guess that's coming up.
Yep.
2024 NHL Stadium Series. That's another interesting one. That just I remember that started like 2-3 years ago.
I don't know.
Stadium
Yeah,
Series.
I don't know exactly when it started, but it's interesting.
and then you
know,
have the
hockey
NH
outside kind
yeah.
of thing. So okay, I
And,
like it.
and then you have the NHL All-Star Weekend. Is that in Vegas again?
I don't know. I don't know
Because
when
I
the
don't think
NHL
ESPN Bet's legal in Vegas just yet.
I don't know. I don't know yet. So,
And you're going to see some integrity procedures put into place
Good,
for
good.
the NHL games. You're going to see lots of IP rights granted to both these operators. You've got branding. You got all media marketing.
it's all about the
integrations.
marketing.
Exactly.
Sure.
Over in Connecticut, everyone knows that the Connecticut Lottery and Rush Street Interactive were partners since the launch of the industry in Connecticut.
Yeah.
For sports betting. Rush is leaving the market, the Connecticut market anyway, and the Connecticut Lottery has been looking for a brand new partner, and surprisingly, Fanatics stepped up to the plate.
See, that's great. I mean, I think Fanatics, we were just in New England, and Fanatics are doing a lot of things in New England. Actually, that's the first time I saw Fanatics television commercials in right outside Boston. So I was like, oh, okay, Fanatics is here. So.
Well, everyone's wondering where Fanatics is going to fit in Massachusetts, first of all, but I'm surprised at the move here for Connecticut Lottery.
I think it's
because
great. I think it's great.
I really thought somebody else, one of the other big three, were going to come in, like a Caesars, even ESPN Bet, that's their backyard.
They're in Connecticut, so
That's their backyard, but I guess
I gotta tell you, ESPN
Fanatics
Bet,
wanted it more.
Mentioning New England, ESPN Bet is big in Massachusetts. We were just at a Massachusetts casino. We saw it was a Penn National property, so we saw ESPN Bet advertising all around, and Fanatics, like I said, I saw a commercial for it in the Boston area, and that's great in Connecticut. So, and I expect next time to drive through Connecticut and see billboards for Fanatics.
Well, they're going to be starting in mid-December,
Okay,
which is a week away from
then
now.
I will see them
Yes.
pretty soon. So
They also will be doing what the Fanatics Sportsbook will be doing in other states: live streaming, fast signups, fast cash outs,
I love the way they're tying in
Yes.
their apparel too. So
and also
that's pretty cool
a
stuff.
curated page for customers to discover sports and bets that matter most to them.
Okay.
I guess a bet curator.
Well, look, I mean,
Everyone's got that now.
ask any sportsbook operator. The big thing now is customization. You go to a supermarket
Yep.
and you check out your groceries, and they give you coupons based on what you just bought. That's what sportsbook operators are doing now. Based on your past bets, they're providing bets that you may be interested in. So customization is a big thing.
Going from mainstream sports betting to, I guess you can call this niche sports betting, Alt Sports Data announced a new partnership.
Okay.
I think they've been announcing several over the past couple of weeks here. They've got an exclusive partnership with Moto America, which is North America's premier motorcycle road racing series.
Oh, okay.
That's a self-description because that's out of the press release.
Now, what kind of racing is that? Now,
Dirt bike.
Okay, it is. I like that. I like those things.
Yeah.
So those are the races where they're going down a straightaway. And they
But
all
they
of a
also-
sudden they're shooting up into the air.
They
and
also
stuff
do
like
regular
that.
motorcycle
Okay.
racing too, but
There's
their
a one-
Moto America's motocross.
There's one that it's the big bulky bikes, and then when they go around the turn,
The ATVs? Yeah.
it looks like their knees are almost hitting the ground.
Oh, you're talking about the actual,
motorcycles,
the-
yeah.
the-
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
European motorcycle.
I don't know what the
races.
hell those things are,
Yeah.
but
But according to Alt Sports Data, this is the first two-wheel motorsport to officially partner with them for data distribution to sportsbooks and their other broadcasting partners. So it'll be interesting to see another sport being brought to the commercial mainstream sports betting arena by Alt Sports Data.
See, I love when they make these deals because they always talk about fan engagement, but and it really is, because if you're interested in betting on these sports, you're going to learn more about them. You're going to be familiar with if it's motocross, with the riders and things like that. So I think sports betting really serves a great purpose for educating. if you're a smart sports bettor,
Educated.
you're getting educated about these sports before
You
you
took a
put money
leap
on
right
it.
there with that one.
But
Yeah.
but no, I love what they're doing. See, I wouldn't be thinking about motocross
yeah.
or whatever like that until you said something. So okay.
3 quick deals. DraftKings announced a partnership with Golden Nugget Casino Biloxi to handle their retail sportsbook operations at the
Great.
Golden Nugget there.
Cool.
Sport Radar announced a partnership with Sportsnet, the owner of the broadcast rights for the NHL, as well as the Toronto Blue Jays. So we're going to be seeing Sport Radar providing real-time statistics, player information, all those graphical overlays
Good.
that they do are going to be done through Sportsnet as well. And U.S. Integrity announced a comprehensive partnership with the Missouri Valley Conference.
Okay.
Provide
good.
integrity monitoring services. That's it for the deals this week. We're going to talk industry updates right after this.
Every 40 seconds, a kid is reported missing. Find the Children provides educational material that teaches your kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs are very successful in bringing kids back home to their family. You can help protect our kids and bring the missing kids home safe by donating your unwanted car, truck, SUV, or van, running or not. We guarantee you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast free pickup, usually within 24 hours. Over 2,000 kids are reported missing every day. Call now to donate your vehicle. Donate now to bring these kids home safe.
Call 800-934-2260. 800-934-2260. 800-934-2260.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. Kindred Group surprised everybody one morning. As a matter of fact, I got the press release around 3 a.m. Eastern Time.
Okay.
They're announcing an interim update on their strategic review that was initiated by the board of directors back on April 26th of this year. Kindred has announced that it will immediately start an exit process from the North American market, not just the United States, but also Canada as well.
I always said I looked their sports betting property, which is Unibet. I enjoyed being on Unibet. You know,
It's a very
it's easy,
straight ahead sports
It's
book.
easy on the eye.
Yes.
I can follow along with it. I mean, I always joke around. There are some sports books that looks like the computer screen from NASA with all the numbers going up and down. But no, I always like the simplicity and the ease of use of Unibet. So
Well, subject
I'm sad to see them go.
subject to regulatory processes in all their states.
Yeah.
They expect to have the exit fully completed by the end of the second quarter of 2024.
Okay.
So that's pretty quick.
Okay, end of the second quarter. Tell me what. I gotta get my money out of there.
Yeah.
So what?
By January, February, March, April, May, June. End of June.
Okay. Well, I got some time.
Well, again, you don't know how long it's going to take, really. They're anticipating a quick and smooth exit.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna see. I see. I got two things: either take my money out or just continue betting on it and probably
Make as many bets as possible.
See what goes on. So I don't
In
know.
addition to the Unibet US brand and the Canadian brands leaving, you're leaving states like Arizona, Indiana, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Then you have Ontario and Canada.
Mm-hmm.
They're also going to be letting go 300 employees and
that's
consultants.
sad.
That's
sad.
the sad part
Yeah,
about all this.
absolutely. There are people behind those numbers. So.
But it's just another indication of how difficult the U.S. market is for some of these operators.
Sure. Well, this is probably of the market correction. We always talk about New York that has 9 mobile sports book operators, and only 4 of them control 95% of the market share. And what do the other 5 do? So we'll see what happens with that.
Over in Yonkers, New York, we have MGM Resorts International unveiling its transition from what is currently Empire City Casino by MGM Resorts into the MGM Empire City Resort.
Okay. I've yet to check that out. Yonkers isn't the easiest place to get to from New Jersey, so
Well,
it's a great place, but I want to check it out. So.
According to the press releases with all the designs they unveiled, you're looking at a comprehensive casino floor redevelopment and redesign.
Wow.
A 5,000 seat capacity entertainment venue. State-of-the-art BetMGM sportsbook. Food and beverage outlets, normal stuff like that. Technologically advanced meeting spaces. The entertainment venue is going to be the first of its kind in the region.
Really? What does that mean? What's the first?
There's nothing nothing this big other than the stadiums.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
and it's also state-of-the-art, cutting-edge tech, all that.
Good. I mean, hey, that's good for Yonkers. Hey, growing up in New Jersey, was it Yonkers? Remember that?
It used to be Yonkers Raceway.
Raceway Park.
Yes.
Was that it?
That was them.
Okay, that was the commercial. Raceway Park.
Exactly.
All
I got to
right.
dig that out.
All right, yeah.
And also the BetMGM Sportsbook and Lounge at the new MGM Empire City will have a 112-foot wraparound LED screen.
Okay.
Over in the cruise market, we have Princess Cruises.
All right.
Announcing the largest casino ever built by Princess Cruises is ready to go to sea.
How did they set that up? I mean, is it like one level of the? I mean, I've seen commercials of. I've never gone cruise. I've never been on a cruise at all. But these ships are huge. I've seen them, in port and stuff like that. And is it like just like one floor? Is that the right word I'm using? One deck.
One
deck of the ship.
The easy answer for me is I don't know because all the ships are different sizes.
Okay.
So some could be 2 levels, some could be 1 level. This is going to be on the 4,300 guest Sun Princess. 4,300 people.
Wow. Okay.
It's going to have 50% more space, 30% more machines in terms of gambling machines.
Wow. Okay.
They're going to have what they're calling the Buffalo Zone at Sea.
You mean the
Buffalo Aristocrat.
But okay, there's going to be like a Buffalo Lounge. I don't know how to call it a lounge.
Like the Lightning Link Lounge.
Yeah.
And
So
they're going to have a Buffalo Zone.
Okay, so there's going to be an area of
Aristocrat Buffalo games,
Zone.
Buffalo
Okay,
themed
good,
games.
Good.
They're also going to be having live table games with progressive jackpots now.
Nice.
Obviously, they didn't have those before.
Well, progressive jackpots in terms of where's the other? Are the machines on other ships, kind of thing? I guess you can do that.
Well,
online,
I think
online and Wi-Fi and stuff like that.
I think with cruise ships, I'm assuming it's linked on the same cruise ship. I don't know if they link the cruise ships together. That would be a very interesting
That'd be
concept.
the next step.
Yes,
by the way.
exactly.
If they're not doing it already, So.
And they're going to have 200 slot machines. Over 200 slot machines, they say.
It's pretty big.
And also video poker machines now, too.
Good.
So, brand new cruise ship, and that is scheduled to go out to sea February of 2024. So, it's pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
So, they've been building this for a while.
I'm assuming, like out of Florida kind of thing? Or
They didn't say where it was going to be launching out of.
Okay.
So, but again, really, Florida is the only place they really launch some of these new ships.
In February, I guess,
You have to do it in Florida.
Yeah.
Or maybe San Diego.
I know Boston has a, was it the Black Falcon Terminal?
Yeah,
It might
I don't think that works.
It might be a little rough in February. I don't know how the weather is there.
Also, this boat may be too big for that place.
That might be too. I don't know.
So we'll have to wait and see where
These
it goes.
things are floating cities.
Yes.
So.
Last note for the industry updates: DraftKings, the saga of the voided bets is continuing.
Okay, yeah. Give us a little background on that one, so we everyone.
Well, the simple thing, their betting system, their third-party betting supplier, odds supplier, according to DraftKings, fed them the wrong numbers, and it wasn't caught.
Oh. Okay.
And it was a bunch of different states had a bunch of different people jumping on the wrong lines.
Okay.
That's the simplest way
Which,
to
by
put
the
it.
way, if you're a smart bettor, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
So
At the current situation right now, we have 17 states allowing DraftKings to void the bets. 4 other states didn't take bets on the game.
okay,
Kind of interesting there.
all right,
Connecticut required DraftKings to pay back the bets
okay,
that were made. New Jersey denied the request to void the bets, so they got to pay.
okay,
So 215 winning bets from 150 customers.
okay,
And over in Massachusetts, just to be different, I guess, Massachusetts did not really void it. They didn't really, tell them to pay out. They technically allowed them to void the 178 winning bets on the game, but instead of paying out the almost $600,000 that was due to those players, they're going to require DraftKings pay back 3 times the amount of the wagers.
interesting.
Yeah, so $12,500 instead of $575,000.
All right,
So they got off easy.
okay. Wait, say that one more time. That doesn't. The-
12,500 was 3 times.
But
the
what do
amount
they say they have to pay out
of
3
the
times?
wagers?
Say it again. What
The DraftKings has to pay out 3 times the amount of the wagers, not the winnings.
Oh, okay. All
the
right.
wagers,
Okay.
wagers,
All right.
not the
okay.
winnings. Like I said, 3 times the amount of the wagers.
Okay.
12,500 instead of 575,000. That's all they had to pay. 12,500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I
So,
see.
yeah.
See, that's what's so tough about being a sportsbook operator. The different rules in different states. And you got to defend these rules in different states. You got to defend actions. You have to explain actions in different states. So
Well, you got to remember
that's what's so difficult.
New Jersey makes it easy. They don't allow you to avoid these
yeah.
bets.
Yeah. So,
That's it for the industry updates. Let's finish up with our legislative roundup. Starting off in Missouri, we've got the Missouri Secretary of State, John Ashcroft, has approved 8 sports betting petitions allowing supporters to begin the signature gathering phase of the process.
Great.
They need to meet an 8% threshold by May 5th. We'll see what happens there. Ohio, we've got Ohio State Senator Antoni. He has introduced legislation to bring the sports betting tax back to 10%. It was just raised 20% in the state budget.
okay.
He feels that this is, even though it's less tax revenue collected, it increases the competition of the sports betting industry because they're starting to see some kind of plateauing in their revenue stream from those. Over in New York and Nevada, we got 2 quick zoning issues to talk about. There have been proposed changes to New York City's zoning regulations that would permit the establishment of casinos in any manufacturing district and nearly all commercial areas.
Good.
That is a big change because a lot of places were not open to having a casino
That's great.
built there. And also the zoning variations are going to allow developers to include restaurants, hotels,
Great.
bars, performing arts venues, all tied in with their casino process.
Should have been done before.
Well, they're still going to vote and argue about it.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens there. And finally, over in Nevada, and this is a result of F1.
Okay.
We have the Clark County Commission ordinance being introduced to solve the rising issue of pedestrian traffic jams. Not traffic jams with cars, pedestrian traffic jams on the walkways.
Oh, okay.
According to the commission that proposed this ordinance, still has to be voted on, by the way. Pedestrian flow zones were created under this new ordinance, encompassing bridges and areas within 20 feet of adjoining escalators, stairs, landings. You can't stand at those locations within 20 feet of the
So
escalators.
you just got to keep moving.
You get, well,
A no standing zone?
you can actually. That's basically it.
Okay.
You can loiter everywhere else,
Yeah.
just not within 20 feet
Don't
of
take
escalator stairs.
your
and-
pictures there. I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly.
Okay.
And this is a result of what happened during F1 because everyone was crowding and
Yeah.
clogging the walkways watching the race.
Yeah, and getting to the escalators
Yes.
and stuff like that. I saw pictures of that.
And right now it's facing opposition from the ACLU because it raised concerns noting the ordinance can violate the First Amendment right to assemble.
Right, I know.
So we'll see what happens there. But again, interesting zoning issues. We don't talk zoning too often on this show. So I thought these were 2 interesting aspects to bring up. That's it for this week's Turnpike Sports Book Report. Press releases, info at turnpikesportsradio.com. Keep those coming in. If you've been watching on TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and also on our website, turnpikesports.us on the homepage, you'll see a ticker flying by beneath us with additional news stories that we did not have a chance to cover in this half hour. And as always, once the show is released Monday morning, you will see a full print version of the Turnpike Sports Book Report on our blog, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button, and you will find the full print version there.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.